Sorby's in trouble! Get up there, Hawk! Come on, get up there!
Hey everyone, Thornton Smash here, and I'm still at the ALGS tournament in London. I'm pretty exhausted, so we're just going to shoot the intro and the outro from my hotel room. But today we have some pretty exciting news about Season 16, something that we've been waiting for a very long time, and is finally going to be playable for this upcoming season. Sadly, no, it's not cross-progression, but we're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Without further ado, let's talk about what they've got planned for us.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what is coming in Season 16 that is actually going to make the player base very happy. Now, the first thing to know is that Respawn did give us our first teaser of Season 16, and as you can see, it says Opening Day Carnival. You see Gibraltar, Octane, and Mirage all there with special unique skins, and it's for the Apex Anniversary event, actually, and it's going to be taking place on World's Edge with special changes. Now, you might remember a couple days ago I talked about giant balloons being at Frag East and Frag West, and those will be giant carnival-like balloons, as you can see with Snoopy here. Just imagine this, but with Lifeline or Pathfinder. You should also see some UI changes for the lobby that have a Lifeline balloon in the background as well, but that's roughly the theme that they are going with to start off the season, which once again makes sense with Revelry. But what is actually coming that is bigger than anything is something that I talked about very briefly the other day on Twitter, where I just put out a tweet saying TDM, which means Team Deathmatch Mode. Now, some of you might be familiar with this if you've ever played the mobile version of the game. However, mobile is shutting down, which is another reason it's going to be coming to the main game. Now, this is a 6v6 game mode where first to 30 points actually wins. Tom Henderson, a very well-known leaker, actually let us know that they were testing this way back in the past, and I believe December of last year. You might remember that when I first started my YouTube channel, one of my big leaks was that they were actually developing Team Deathmatch Mode, and that certain legends would not be available when playing this mode. That is correct. From what I remember, it was Loba, but this was a very long time ago, so they might have changed it. But there are specific settings for this game mode that make it a little bit different than the general Battle Royale, where you can select whoever you want. Respawn actually themselves ended up accidentally confirming that this is the case, because in a recent interview, they said in 2 weeks from now, Apex Legends is going to get Team Deathmatch. And that was always a part of the plan to turn Apex Legends into this platform where you could get all kinds of different shooter experiences from an expanded Apex Legends Titanfall world. So that pretty much just confirms that. But iLoot Games, another known leaker and data miner, also confirmed that he had heard from a playtest that's coming 4 weeks ago, and I have now heard the same thing as well. Although I did get a little bit of additional information, such as the fact that you'll actually be playing on arenas maps for this. Certain ones will be pulled over from arenas and put into TDM mode. Along with that, Skulltown from the Gun Run variant that you enjoyed in Season 14 will also be one of the maps. They are also working on a number of new ones, such as there was one in the Season 12 leak that showed a bunch of new game modes, and there was one with the Stormpoint skybox, and that is one of the ones coming as well. That one's actually fairly massive, so it'll be interesting to see how that compares to the arenas maps. Now you might be wondering, well, what's going on with arenas and control? You've probably heard 1,000 times from me that arenas does seem to be getting removed in the near future, and that near future does seem to be Season 16 now, with TDM becoming a new permanent game mode in Apex. This is not going to be a 2-week LTM. And you might be wondering, well, what about control? I'd said multiple times there were issues with getting control mode to actually work, but it does seem that they are also working on something called an LTM rotating playlist. Now, I don't have that much information about this. There will actually be a dev blog, I believe, right around the time of February 10th that will explain exactly what this is, and it will have rotating LTMs as is in the name. I imagine control will be here. The one thing I don't know yet is if this is a new permanent mode also being added to the game, or if it's just going to be for the 2-week anniversary event. But I do know that TDM is here to stay and will be around for quite some time. iLoot Games, though, did have some information that I didn't have, so I wanted to go ahead and share that. So credit to him, and you can check out his video for more information if you wanted to see it. But it does appear that cross progression and next gen are not going to be coming in Season 16, according to him. This isn't that big of a surprise. I don't even know if cross progression can even be done, because when the game initially launched, they said it would never be able to be put in, and now they're trying to work on it, but it's been taking forever for them to do. The next gen update seems more reasonable, but I think with all this new stuff that they added, that they may be stretched a little too thin with all the EA layoffs to actually implement that stuff and fully focus on it.
Let me know down below, are you excited for these kind of upgrades and updates to come to the game with new limited time modes, or would you prefer the actual cross progression next gen update? And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.